How's it going? What's up? Well, it was a good process. It was fun. It was real educational. We did it here in Dave's studio, and so we had you know, all the time to fix all the little things that we wanted to fix. And I think it was great for us because we had never really dissected everything and really spent that much time really looking at everything that critically. But at the same time, when you can take as much time as you want, sometimes you do it for a little too long, and it seems like you've kind of gotten to the point where you're ready to move on.
Many of the songs, you know, were written years prior, you know, or in the studio when we were recording. So we definitely had, you know, enough material for the album, and as well as some last minute stuff that, you know, just kind of came together in the studio.
It really is. It's become this organic kind of process that just happens, and I think we're all really excited about the way it happens, and we just understand how it works now so well that we just kind of, you know, bring in these ideas. Someone brings in ideas, and it just basically usually writes itself for the most part, you know, with a little attention to detail after we kind of get it flowing.
It's pretty organic. A lot of times it starts with individual ideas that one of us will bring in, but we all kind of collaborate to create the end result. And we're pretty not slow, but we like to change things. So we give songs some time. We really you know, we really look at everything and try to you know, see what will work and what might not work as well. And the cool thing is that we're all I'd like to say that we're all creative enough to put our own input into it, and I think that's what makes us sound the way we sound, is that you can hear each individual in the songs, and together they create what is Katalyst. And so, you know, at least musically, all the lyrics are from Matt Cavan, and I think he does a really good job with bringing ideas to the table that we're all kind of feeling and all thinking about, you know. And I think that it works really well. And
you know, that's kind of different every time, but yeah, we usually just start there, and you know, if it's something that I'll bring, sometimes I'll have kind of an idea of what Matt or Dave might play, but usually what they end up playing is something totally different than what I heard. But it usually just blows my mind, and it's way more creative than what I had thought in the first place. You know, vocals always come last. I guess I usually have a vocal melody in mind, but lyrics, those always come usually when the song is pretty much, you know, done. You know, and then I'll just kind of toy with it for a while until I either get some inspiration of what to write the song about, or, you know, I may have the idea.
Some of them are songs we've been playing for years and years, so it was great to kind of put them under a microscope and try to, you know, analyze it and play it with enough feeling to where we thought it needed to be, and fortunately we had the time to do that. And
well, I guess looking back, yeah, we wrote a few in the studio. Some of the more intro type songs or outro type songs, Stubborn and Surgery, and you know, the outro to Wait. A lot of those were kind of concocted in the studio. We might have had some of those ideas prior, but you know, those are songs where we definitely used a lot of different instrumentation, a lot of, you know, little added effects and that kind of stuff. So yeah, those were pretty much built in the studio.
well, I think the main inspiration for the song Abstract View, especially lyrically, is the idea that that television has kind of taken control of a lot of people's lives, and that people are sort of numb to what is going on around them, and the fact that I mean, there's so much amazing stuff that you can do with your time and with your life, and a lot of people spend it sitting in front of a TV, and so I think we just wanted to kind of create that idea that TV's a fucking monster. It's coming to get you.
A lot of times the song kind of meaning is the last thing that I think about and the last thing I ask about. Like, I pretty much, just take what I can get from Cavan's lyrics and just make up my own preconceived things. So for me, the inspiration more was just the bigness of Matt's guitar riff and just the bigness of the sound of the song. And just trying to put big drums behind it and just really drive the motor of that one. So overwhelmed by the media and TV and things like that it's good to get away from that and not include that so much in the creative process. And I think that was a big part of the inspiration, is just going more internal and creating from within rather than having all this external stimulation that can really stifle a creative.
Abstract view basically just came from the idea that TV is just kind of always there, kind of this imminent, impending force. We wanted that to be the forefront, in the artwork. And our good friend James Warner, we gave him the idea, basically of a TV monster, and he kind of went from there.
It's pretty classic James Warner artwork. I've been fortunate enough to see a lot of his stuff. He's really, really good, and it turned out really well. And we just kind of, gave him the basic sketch and let him roll with it, and it turned out great. I think the music stands on its own enough to where I don't think the artwork necessarily has to be something that reflects everything that we're doing musically. I mean, obviously, every single song has a different emotion and a different sentiment, and it's kind of hard to capture that all in the artwork on one CD. So I
think he brought a lot of well thought out ideas and was able to realize them with his creative talents.
How'd you work? Well, working with Matt Cavan. I love working with Matt Cavan for a lot of different reasons. He's an incredibly melodic musician, which I think is great. He's really good at paying attention to what a song needs and really thinking about it on a broader picture rather than just the guitar part, or just the vocals. And I think it really adds a lot to our sound, and it really kind of polishes some of the edges, I think, of some of the songs. I think that he does a really good job of that. And he's one of the only guitar players I know that would rather not take a guitar solo than take a solo, which I think speaks a lot about his musicianship and a lot about his his ability to create for the band and not for himself so much. So it's great. I mean, actually, just like Dave, we've been playing for about 14 years, and I think it keeps getting better every year, and it's a pleasure to play with him, and it's refreshing to play with somebody that cares so much about the music.
I really don't think that's appropriate.